This episode of Rick and Rick Rule the World is brought to you by Taskin, the first name in premium quality travel gear, with slim, stylish gear like the Taskin Edge professional laptop backpack for business and travel. Save 30% on your next purchase when you use promo code RNR Take 30 at TaskinSF.com.
Yeah, so Collider did this piece, and it was titled 10 Box Office Bombs That Are Now Considered Classics. I think the title's wrong. I think they forgot the word cult. So 10 box office bombs that are now considered cult classics. And of course, they start out with one of the classics, which is Starship Troopers. And for those the uninitiated, Starship Troopers is a total B movie. It's set in a future where these giant, I don't know, cockroach-like creatures have infestated the planet, and the quote-unquote army marines of the future have to go in and exterminate them. The problem is the cockroaches are smarter and faster and stronger than they are. So there's a lot of military that ends up, getting defeated in this, getting killed actually, and it takes itself so serious that it's funny. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But what I hadn't realized were some of the other ones. And so Tron, I did not realize that Tron had flopped in the box office. I hadn't realized that, but it has become such an innate part of our culture that it has like lasting impact.
So Starship Troopers, I remember vividly going to see that at the theater. I may have seen it multiple times. I can't quite remember, but I remember thinking at the time, this is so great. It's so funny. It is embraces its B moviehood,
Totally.
with relish. I thought it was going to be a major hit. And it was like crickets. Nobody cared about that movie at the time. So I'm glad that it lived on afterwards. But for Tron, I was just reading. I barely remember it. I'm sure I saw it in the theater, but I was reading about how hard it was to make. Recently, there was an article about how every scene, like what we think of as CGI today, every frame had to be animated with this stuff. And it was an operation where they had to send it overseas and then send it back and nothing could go wrong. And they somehow pulled it off, but it was enormously expensive for the time. But it sort of, started that whole future toward CGI. I seem to remember at the time thinking it looked cheesy and cheap to me, but everything kind of did during that time period. Other people have a different opinion of it. They felt like it was really, really revolutionary, and it apparently was. It has become a cult classic. I'm just not in that particular cult, not in the way that I am with, say, Starship Troopers, and especially Alfonso Cuarón's Children of Men, which is on this list. For me, that was a masterpiece. Clive Owen protecting a pregnant woman from the government and this group of revolutionaries. I guess people can't have children, and so she's got the future of mankind in her, and he's got to protect her. And I swear, Rick, there were a couple scenes in that movie action scenes where I was replaying them over and over because I couldn't. It's like you could not do 2 takes of some of these scenes. I don't know how they did it. Spectacular movie.
Yeah, I was surprised to see this one on the list. Not because it's not fantastic, but because again, I didn't see this as a flop movie, so I was just completely surprised by it.
Yeah. Now, one of your all-time favorites is on here, and I thought this was a big hit at the movie theaters. John Carpenter's The Thing. I thought that was a major hit at the time.
I don't know if it was or wasn't. I just know it was for me, and I know I've referenced this on the show a couple of times. The great scene with the 3 guys strapped to the couch and them trying to figure out who was the thing and who wasn't. I mean, oh my God, this was a masterpiece. I just thought this was fantastic. Kurt Russell did a great job at it. The writing was fantastic. They tried to redo this, I think at least once. Hasn't really been successful in my opinion, but it's anyways, this is one of my favorites. So I will chalk this one up because not everybody I talk to has seen this and not everybody's a big fan of it, but is definitely one that is on top of my list.
Yeah, definitely. I did not see Clue, nor cared about it. I'm not sure I ever heard about Treasure Planet before. Or Sam Raimi's The Quick and the Dead looked kind of cool from this article. I don't remember anything about it. Two movies actually. The Iron Giant I loved. I think that's a hugely underrated film that I know not a lot of people saw it at the time. I saw it. I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it on, I don't know, video or something. I loved it. I saw Event Horizon, and That was so freaking lame that I can't
Right.
believe it's a cult classic now, because I wanted to walk out of the theater. I was so bored.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. So I actually, believe it or not, have not seen The Iron Giant. It's been on my list of movies to watch for a very long time. I just never seem to make it to it. I was not impressed with Event Horizon.
Yeah.
I really did like Quick and the Dead, so I'm stoked that's on there. I didn't expect that to be
What
on
is
there.
it?
Well, it's so I mean, first of all, let's just say it's Sam Raimi,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That I mean, it's going to be
He's a
awesome
great.
just because of that. And when Sam Raimi goes and does a Western, how crazy is that?
It is
And,
crazy,
and
but are there vampires or something?
no, I mean, there's a supernatural aspect to it. I don't want to give too much away, but it's you typically think of these Western movies with a bunch of guys shooting each other and stuff like that. But the fact that he brought, a female lead into it, and that, the fact that she's coming in to try and get revenge, and, you've got Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Russell Crowe, Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, like,
Wow.
this is a crazy cast, and, and the article mentions that it's kind of in the ilk of The Evil Dead, or any of these
Sure.
kind of like really raw type of movie. So I definitely recommend it. It's a fun one.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Now, did Sam Raimi, I love, The Evil Dead and all those, but did Sam Raimi do I Drag You to Hell? That seems like a movie that was kind of off the radar and then became a cult classic afterwards, but I loved it in the movie theater. I can't remember who directed that. Was it Sam Raimi?
Yeah, that was directed by Sam Raimi. That's right.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
That movie freaked me out. Did you see it?
I didn't. No, I should see that too.
Yeah, you got to see that movie. That's a fun one. Of horror movies, that one was one of the creepier ones. Yeah, Sam Raimi's great. I'm surprised I'd never heard of The Quick and the Dead, but you're vouching for it, so I'll definitely watch it.